Audio Jungle.
Assalamualaikum, my name is shazatul Binti. My number ID MGT3533
Hi, my name is Nurliyana and my ID number is MGT3533.
Hi, my name is Nurul Farah Binti Jabilin. My ID number is MDB20110009.
Hi, my name is Norazmah. My ID number is MGT2010.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurliyana Binti. My ID number is MDB20110008. So today, I want to talk about CSR. What is CSR? CSR, known as a Corporation Social Responsibility, also more detailed, is a self-regulating business model that helps a company be socially accountable to itself, to stakeholders, and the public. By practicing corporate social responsibility, company can be conscious of the kind of impact they are having on all aspects of society, including economic, social, and environmental. CSR also, when a business considers its overall impact socially, economically, and environmentally, and launches initiatives to ensure its positive impact. What is importance of the CSR? The number one is cost saving, because they can get more fund from the outside organization and support to get the money. And the number two, increase their sale. Everyone will know the organization who involved in CSR program. And number three, increase the employee motivation, because they can get the experiment to build on their life, which is help together during the CSR program. And number four, community support and customer loyalty, improve brand imaging, attract investment opportunity, and top talent.
Let me tell you about the background of IMRI. IMRI, also known as Imam Response and Relief Team, is a team powered by Islam Medical Association of Malaysia, IMAM. IMAM got together ad hoc team every time there was a disaster since its beginning in 1990. It was then on 19 December 2014 that IMRI was launched as the first Imam official team and held at standby for any relief or humanitarian aid. It was started by a team medical officers and young specialists from various medical backgrounds and advertised ranging from emergency medicine, psychiatry, and general medicine. The mission of statement of Imam is holistic medicine based on Islam. Among them are paramedic, nurse, house officer, consultant, student, professor, hospital, and state health director. They are the activity of IMRI, which is a lifesaver teddy bear hospital, Siri Penyelidikan Imam, and for donation is for IMRI COVID-19, Islamic Medical Association of Malaysia, Imam for Youth, IMRI for Orang Asli, Rohingya, Bajau, and more.
So now, we want to talk about the objective of IMRI. What is objective in the IMRI's program? The first one is to establish and encourage cooperation with other Islamic association and organization, because it's from the Islamic and Sharia. Number two, submit the view of established on current medical issue, because it's also from the medical program. And number three, establish and promote cooperation with other medical association. Number four, improve understanding, assessment, and practice based on the Al-Quran and Al-Hadith. Number five, encourage research and medical publication. And number six, promote and coordinate voluntary medical services in the company, either nationally or abroad, because they are separate to Bangladesh or in Malaysia. And number 7, raise the level of medical education and healthcare. Can give motivation to the youngest to study hard in a medical and help people. Now, let's look to the church organization of Emery. When you look at the organization, there have a Dr. Muhammad Yusri Muda, which is the president of Emirate, and we also have a Dr. Muhammad Mu'anawar Muhammad Hatta, which is a vice president. And we can know that all the members in the Emirate are from the doctor professional.
I want to talk about CSR activity from Emirate before and during COVID-19. As you see the table content, the left is before COVID-19 and the right is during COVID-19. I want to explain more detail about the CSR activity. Firstly, Imam responders and relief team Emirates provide to help the local and internal community that they find it difficult to obtain help with in difficult situations. This can be seen where there is a flood in Kuantan and also Kemaman, which are severely impacted as a result of the flood disaster. The flood in 2013 were the worst, and river routes on the east coast were cut off due to rising flood water, which requires power outages around Kuantan. This has resulted in 8 having to send the course being handed out by 8 to avert damage to 8 course being sent to the full victim. Furthermore, in Kemaman has the result, the flows had outward. We are at a dangerous level for the Emirates to enter the district as a result of the ongoing floods. One of the rivers in the Kemaman has been at a level above danger, causing many flood victims to be relocated to high places such as a school to prevent the victim from being in dangerous situation. Emirates is channeling assistance in the form of the healthcare by sending a healthcare team (HCP) to help the community be in a healthy state. The second is Emirates also provide assistance to refugees residing in the refugees camp in Ukiah by receiving a supply of treated water to keep them away from dangerous disasters resulting from contaminated water. Emirates has provided a field water treatment system that we call Self-Way, which is installed at the location of Hospital Medan Nasional MFH. The refugees camp is home to 650,000 Rohingya refugees. According to Dr. Muhammad Ashir, with the academic availability, the cost-effective water treatment is can reduce deaths, especially for the elderly, pregnant women, and children. Due to waterborne disasters, there is not clean for refugees. There are now more than 1.5 million Rohingya refugees taking shelter in the various refugees camps in short-haired Bangladesh, which are borders Myanmar. The software system built in the Ukiah refugees camp was created through the contribution of the Hasanah Foundation and also Malaysia to ensure the life and comfortable and safe. This can be seen the crisis in the Myanmar. The third is Emirates has also helped indigenous people to reduce millers infection. That's equal to the lack of nutrition and hygiene. The situation has changed the commitment and many NGOs, especially Emirates. This is because they take preventive measures to carry out vaccination and immunization strategies so that the diseases can be overcome. Among other is to improve nutrition and hygiene for them so that they can live in healthy conditions. This situation requires Emirates to educate the community, especially children, on hygiene and also nutrient food to reduce millers infection among the indigenous people. According to Dr. Zulkifli Ismail, there are many more steps that need to be taken to help the marginalized indigenous community community. As a result of these malicious diseases, it has infected the batik community, which is a tragedy that have greatly infected the community. For years, Emirates has also made a hard contribution during the COVID-19 infected that occurred in Malaysia, which are resulting in inadequate hospital facility to accommodate the large number of patients as a result of the spread of the diseases. This is consideration as assessed effort is sitting headquartered by volunteering to Emirate Task Force consisting of a medical doctor and 135 volunteers has been this part of assisting the front staff doing the shortage of doctors as a result of the increasing case of infection from day to day. In addition, since supply of the medical equipment such as ultrasound and ventilator to meet the equipment at the hospital. On the donation from the community, they have collected more than 3 million by joining the support of more than 40,000 donors in 5 days. With the help of Emirates, they have enchanted and complete joint work from the public in an effort to overcome the COVID-19 challenges. The fund is Fashion Valley founder Bibi Yusuf and her husband Fazbaruddin Anwar have provided FV COVID-19 support fund in collaboration with Emirates to raise funds for the Malaysia system through the Simply Giving. The Sunrise will be used to provide medical and food supplier as well as electronic in order to ease the burden we are frontliners. Bibi Yusuf and her husband have also donated around 100,000 to raise funds to help the needy frontliners to continue to face the challenges of the pandemic. This collaboration was established to raise funds and awareness about the lack of hospital and clinic in terms of equipment, sustenance, and volunteers. The procedure of this fund have raised to the amount of around 1.5 million and have been donated to medical institutions throughout the country in need. Next, the founder of DAC have also partnered with Emirates to provide personal protection equipment (PPE) because have received complaints from many frontliner parties that lack PPE by only using the little bit has are susceptible to deal with patients and people exposed to the endemic COVID-19. Last is Emirates has also partnered with the authority to implement a COVID-19 vaccination program to help marginalized community, including the undocumented frontliners and free workers. This is because to rehabilitate Malaysia in terms of health and economy, this is desired as it can help boost the body immunization in every community to reduce infection in public place. Emirates has a run mobile clinic in the Johor, Kedah, and the Klang Valley to provide basic health service to the workers. And in the several clinic are operating so that vaccination program is safe and secure. Emirates has also implemented a mobile vaccination clinic offering MMR vaccines for the measles, mumps, rubella, and hepatitis B for workers nationwide. The government also agreed to extend the national COVID-19 immunization program to Malaysia and foreigners residing in Malaysia and no charge. The decision was made after the high number of cases from many clusters of frontliner workers and workplace clusters. This is very important to the recovery measure from the COVID-19.
Assalamualaikum to all my friends and Madam Amalina. The advantage of benefits for the Emirate conducting the CSR program is Emirate serve many different type of pupils and come to be seen as charitable and beneficent work. Emirates belong to a particular category of voluntary charity known as sadaqah. Sadaqah as voluntary charity could take many forms, including a prayer or blessing for the sick and disabled, or a selfless act. All contribute towards good deeds in society. Besides, Emirate a group of young doctors who help people not just within the hospital but outside as well. The team focus is on disaster relief and providing medical services to marginalized communities which lack access to healthcare. Emirate actually have about 900 active volunteers and 300 of them are Imam members. Emirate also help marginalized communities because they want to stay focused. It is better to put more effort into one thing than to do many things at once at the expense of quality. Emirate increase more services for refugees. Although the name Emirate stands for Response and Assistance Team of the Malaysian Islamic Medical Association, volunteers can consist of anyone regardless of race and religion and can also be from non-medical backgrounds. There is no limit, anyone can participate as it can inspire the spirit of volunteerism. Next, the challenges or difficulties faced by the organization in conducting the CSR program. Explain how they can overcome the problems. We all know Emirate is an organization that helped a lot during the COVID-19 business. The challenge is that the resources of PPE application are not enough because more staff are needed and Emirate wants to contribute, but it is difficult to get help in that regard because in terms of financial resources not enough. So much so that they were able to settle with them dealing with some of the leading tailors to jointly collaborate to produce PPE in large quantities. The next challenge is from transportation. Emirate is very concerned about the welfare of people in remote areas, so it is quite difficult for them to go there with areas they do not know much about. They are able to resolve this matter because they are a proper organization and also an organization that wants to send aid. So here it simplifies why they will respond well. Emirate is a little known organization, so the problem is the lack of cooperation network to get sufficient funds. This is because Emirate does not use influential people. Emirate is also an organization that is not known to the public more on young people. It will complicate the process to get cooperation because there is no trust from outside parties to give cooperation. This method can be overcome by the existence of various social media established by Emirate. Example are social media, Facebook, Instagram, and website. Emirate can also work with celebrities, influencers, and even officials to get the attention and convince the communities. This allows them to get more sponsors from agencies that want to help them to do CSR charitable programs.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Shazatul. Today I will present about group recommendations toward organization CSR activity. We already discussed and we create 5 recommendations. First one is open more opportunities to become a members. Second one is expand the name of its organizations. Third is caring for welfare for animal. And fourth is open a medical center in a country that is difficult to find. And the last one is increase the planting of the trees. So the first one is open more opportunity. This means we recommend to NGO Emirates is to open more opportunity to become a members who hold specific positions or open more volunteer and also hire employee in their organizations. This can further expand the public knowledge about this Emirate program. Volunteer for Emirate can also be increased so that public will be more interested to join and interested in carrying out the activities. It can give us many more activities that can be done together. So the second one is to expand the name of its organizations. Can use influential parties such as an artist, Insta famous, or also the YouTubers. If it wants its organization to be known, as we see most of the NGO organizations held by this well-known person are better known. As example, Kasih Nilofa and also Pertubuhan Kasih Umat Malaysia that lead by EPIDU. We can see the difference between the organization from them and also from the organization that does not use anyone who is famous. It will make the organization less known. So the third one is caring for welfare for animals. Improvement in terms of other lives such as flora and fauna and even stray animals. For example, we can give them food, shelter, and even care about their health. Open to anyone who can be a doctor retina. At the same time, it's open space and opportunity for people who are able to find job and experience from them. So fourth is open a medical center in a country that is difficult to find. Open a medical center for them even if it incurred a high cost. It is possible that Emirates can open a medical center in Malaysia itself, but it is for non-citizens by providing service at a low cost. It can be cheap because Emirates offers students to continue the study at the medical center. Last is increase the planting of trees. Suggestion is for Emirates to make a planting in a capable area. As we know, in Malaysia, most of the forest has been cut down to become a development site. At the same time, it has a positive effect of many things like we can avoid global warming or the destruction of animal habitat. So that's all about our recommendations. The conclusions, Emirates is an NGO that provides many benefits to the country. It really makes us very inspired for us to help each other more. One day, we also hope that we ourselves can open an organization like Emirates that can help people around us who need the help. Here we can also see if we increase the number of this NGO organization, as it can raise interest and be an inspiration to people who are able to do all the good and charitable activity that help the whole community.